No, it's just that life is complicated, and Democrats need to be less emotional and more focused. Now, should the Washington Commanders be forced to go back to the name Redskins? Probably not, but, you know, Indians are hip.
Bill Maher didn't hold back in his latest episode. With his usual sharp humor, he called out the Democrats for their obsession with hating Trump, and it hit hard. The way he tore into the party left no room for sugarcoating.
Which may be why the majority of Indians never cared about this. Maybe take a cue from them. Should Trump have decreed that there are only two sexes? Not really, but frankly, I'm happy I'm just one of them.
This could be Maher's fiercest attack so far. Someone better get the fire brigade ready. But before things cool down, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss videos this hot.
Let's take stock of the first half of the first year of Trump's second term and make some rational decisions about what to lose our shit over and what not to. Because, you know, a guy came up to me the other day and he said, Bill, I know you're a guy who cares about health. You must be incensed that Bobby Kennedy took the dye out of Fruit Loops and now the whole administration is acting like they solved the health crisis. I'm not. I'm not incensed. I'm sure you're right, I just don't have room.
Maher kicked off his roast by calling out hypocrisy with his usual sly smile. He reminded Democrats why he's not constantly angry at every Trump move. Many tried to get him to join their Trump hate club, but he stayed calm. It's not because he gave up, he's just waiting for the right moment to strike. And that moment is coming soon. But first, let's look at more DNC meltdowns.
Bill, he's gonna put the sugar back in Coca-Cola. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I care about as much about that as I do Meghan Markle's new skincare routine. First of all, sugar probably is better than high fructose corn syrup. Heroin is probably better than high fructose corn syrup. But I don't care because I don't drink soda.
The Democrats are so furious that Trump's in the White House, they'll attack anything, no matter how silly. Believe it or not, they're upset because Trump's team put sugar back in Coke. With real problems like inflation, crime, and global chaos, this is what worries them most? It's wild how obsessed they are with outrage. If Trump cured cancer, they'd complain about lost jobs and hospitals. The left isn't after real fixes. They just want scandals, even if it's over a soda. They expected Maher to rant too, but he didn't fall for it. Here's why.
And also because right after he got elected in November, I said here and everywhere else I could, he got the White House, but this time he's not going to get my mind. There's only...
If only the Democrats would listen to Bill Maher, but they won't, because the truth hurts. Since last November, Trump has been living rent-free in their minds, and they let him in willingly. Big news channels like CNN and MSNBC treat him like a celebrity, focusing on every little thing he does. They turn small mistakes into huge scandals. Even when Trump succeeds at something, they still find a way to criticize him. This isn't journalism anymore. It's like an addiction, and Trump is their favorite fix.
There's only so many fucks to give. And I just don't have any for the Gulf of America. Air quotes. That's how I'm fighting the little shit.
Let me stop here because this hits Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries, Mary Gay Scanlon, and AOC right in the chest. These same folks fought hard to keep the name Gulf of Mexico, as if it were a huge crisis. Imagine Trump coming back and changing it to Gulf of America without a second thought. The chaos would be priceless. Jeffries pacing, AOC ranting on Instagram, and Scanlon flooding press with statements. It's not really about the name, it's about control. Watching them lose over something so symbolic is political drama at its best, and Trump knows how to play the game perfectly.
And speaking of little shits, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon famously said that the way you win is to flood the zone with shit. You want to help him with that? Great, you do you. But I'm not chasing every brain fart down the rabbit hole.
This is the left's usual plan. Flood TV, news, and social media with nonstop attacks on Trump. They hope the noise will make him unpopular by 2028. But here's the thing, they tried this before and still lost. Americans are smarter than the media thinks. People are seeing through the fake outrage from woke news, and they're not buying it anymore. Bill Maher sees it too. Now, he's ready to say what's really worth criticizing Trump for, and what's just pointless drama.
So therefore, here is my 1/8 of the term scorecard for what actually matters. Turning the Environmental Protection Agency into the Pollution Protection Agency, yes, that's gonna matter. All the people who will lose health care and all the debt that will be run up from the big, beautiful bill, yes, that matters. Turning the Justice Department into the National Revenge Agency. Firing all the inspector generals, maybe firing the head of the Federal Reserve. Letting Doge destroy lives here and abroad in a way that didn't have to go down like that in order to slim the government down, which it didn't do anyway. Creating a domestic army of masked troops, rounding people up and sending them off to detention centers and foreign prisons. Yeah, the big, beautiful bill has $150 billion in it for additional spending for snatching people up who've lived here peacefully and productively for decades, mostly with no criminal records. I'm just saying, if you're thinking of getting your car washed, you might want to do it now.
Bill Maher says the real issues worth worrying about are things like economic inequality, climate change, and healthcare. These matter to everyday Americans. But obsessing over Diet Coke ingredients or Trump's hand gestures, that's just political show. Sure, Trump supporters will defend his policies and critics will attack them. That's how democracy works. Maher isn't asking us to pick sides. He wants us to raise the conversation. Stop wasting energy on small things and focus on what truly affects people's lives.
So, yeah, there's a lot of outrageous, horrible shit going on. Not all. We don't have to take off our shoes at the airport anymore. I like that. And I gotta say, I love it that Iran won't be getting a nuclear bomb anytime soon. And no, I'm not saying that because I sat down with him once and ate his green beans. I'm kidding, there were no vegetables. Vegetables are gay, everybody knows that. No, it's just that life is complicated, and Democrats need to be less emotional and more focused. Now, should the Washington Commanders be forced to go back to the name Redskins? Probably not, but, you know, Indians are hip.
I never got why people freak out over changing the Redskins' name. Out of all things to get angry about, this feels like a strange hill to die on. Personally, I like Washington Commanders. It's modern and doesn't carry old racial baggage. But if people want to fight for the old name that offended many, that's their choice. Even if they bring back Redskins, I won't lose sleep over it. It's just a football team, not something sacred. Maybe save that anger for things that really matter.
They know that the name of a football team will have the exact same effect on their actual lives as forcing people to do a land acknowledgement before porn videos. Which may be why the majority of Indians never cared about this. Maybe take a cue from them. Should Trump have decreed that there are only two sexes? Not really, but frankly, I'm happy I'm just one of them.
If you're losing it over Trump saying there are only two sexes, maybe it's time to calm down. Obsessing over culture war fights, especially when not everyone agrees, isn't just tiring, it's unhealthy. Getting stressed every time someone disagrees with gender ideas isn't activism, it's self-made pressure. Always needing others to agree with you leads to burnout. So take Maher's advice, let it go. Not for Trump or him, but for your own peace of mind. Drop the anger and your mental health will improve.
Greenland? I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm sorry. I never thought about it before. I can't start now. Reopening Alcatraz? Oh, for fuck's sake, open it on Greenland for all I care.
I get why Democrats are frustrated. They've spent years trying to stop Trump, but he's still here, still causing chaos. They build a huge anti-Trump machine, but can't turn it off. It's like a toxic relationship they can't leave, and we're stuck watching. Bill Maher wants them to focus on real issues instead of fake outrage. Trump's still in their heads, no matter what. Maher isn't defending him. He's just done with the nonsense. It's time to act like adults again. If you like this, hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.